Hey there, let's talk about something huge. It's a challenge every single one of us faces. I'm talking about life's big balancing act. Think of it like walking on a tightrope. On one side, you have your schoolwork, your books, and your future goals. On the other side, you have your friends, your favorite shows, video games, and all the fun stuff that makes you smile. It can feel like you have to choose one over the other, right? But what if I told you that the real secret to success isn't about choosing? It's about learning to balance both. It's about making studying and fun work together as a team. Imagine you have a personal bank account, but instead of money, it holds your energy and happiness. Every time you study hard and learn something new, you make a big deposit. You're investing in your future self, building skills and knowledge that will open doors you can't even see yet. But just like any bank account, you can't only make deposits without ever enjoying the rewards. Fun, relaxation, and spending time with people you care about are like the withdrawals that bring you joy and keep you motivated. Finding that perfect balance is the key to feeling successful and truly happy. This journey is unique to you. Your balance won't look exactly like your friends, and that's totally okay. Some days, you might need to focus more on a big test. Other days, you might need to recharge with a movie marathon or a long walk outside. The goal isn't to live a perfectly scheduled life where every minute is planned. Instead, it's about being mindful and making conscious choices. It's about understanding that both your brain and your heart need attention. Neglecting one for the other is a recipe for burnout or regret. True success comes from nourishing both parts of your life. So, as we dive into this, I want you to keep an open mind. Let go of the idea that studying is a punishment and fun is a guilty pleasure. They are both essential ingredients for a meaningful life. Think of this as your guide to becoming the master of your own schedule and your own happiness. You have the power to build a life that is not just successful in the classroom, but also rich with joy, laughter, and amazing experiences. Let's explore how you can achieve this incredible balance and unlock your full potential, starting right now. Let's get real for a moment. Why do we even have to study? Most of us would say it's to pass exams, get good grades, and eventually land a good job. And yes, those things are important parts of the puzzle. But studying is so much more than just a ticket to a future paycheck. Think of studying as an adventure. Every book you open, every problem you solve is like exploring a new land. You discover how the world works, from the tiny atoms that make up everything to the vast galaxies spinning in space. You are building a map of the world inside your mind. Studying also helps you understand the most complex and interesting subject of all, yourself. When you learn about history, you see the mistakes and triumphs of people who came before you, which can teach you a lot about your own choices. When you read literature, you step into the shoes of different characters and experience their feelings, which builds your empathy and emotional intelligence. Science teaches you to think critically and ask questions, not just accept things as they are. This process of learning shapes who you are, what you believe in, and how you see your place in the world. Furthermore, the discipline you build from studying is a superpower. Every time you push yourself to understand a tough concept or finish an assignment when you'd rather be doing something else, you are strengthening your self-discipline muscle. This is the same muscle you'll use to achieve any goal in your life, whether it's learning to play the guitar, starting a business, or running a marathon. The habits you form now, like managing your time and staying focused, will be your best friends for the rest of your life. They empower you to take control and build the future you want. So the next time you sit down with your textbooks, try to shift your perspective. Don't see it as a chore. See it as a workout for your brain and your character. You're not just memorizing facts for a test. You're expanding your universe. You're gathering tools that will help you build a more interesting and successful life. You are learning a language, solving a math problem, or understanding a historical event, and with each new piece of knowledge, you are becoming a more capable, more interesting, and more powerful version of yourself. Okay, so we know studying is important, but let's be honest, it's not always easy. There are dragons we have to face along the way. One of the biggest dragons is pressure. It can come from everywhere. Parents, teachers, friends, and even from ourselves. We feel the pressure to get perfect grades, to be the best, and to have it all figured out. This pressure can be crushing. It can make us so anxious that our brains just shut down. It turns learning, which should be exciting, into a source of stress and fear. It's important to remember that it's okay not to be perfect. The second dragon is the one that lives right in our pockets: distraction. Our phones are constantly buzzing with notifications. Social media is calling our name. There's always a new video to watch or a new game to play. These distractions are like shiny objects that pull our focus away from what we need to do. They promise instant fun, making it incredibly hard to concentrate on a task that requires deep thought. Taming this dragon isn't about getting rid of your phone forever. It's about learning to be its master, not its slave. You need to set boundaries. These two dragons often work together as a team. When we feel overwhelmed by pressure, we look for an escape. And what's the easiest escape? You guessed it. Our distractions. We scroll through feeds to avoid thinking about that big project. We play one more level of a game to put off studying for that hard test. This creates a vicious cycle. We procrastinate because we're stressed, but procrastinating only makes us more stressed later on. Breaking this cycle is crucial. It starts with recognizing when you're doing it and making a conscious choice to face the task at hand. So how do you tame these dragons? First, talk about the pressure. Let a parent, teacher, or trusted friend know how you're feeling. Just saying it out loud can make it feel smaller. Second, create a distraction-free zone for studying. Put your phone in another room or use an app to block distracting websites for a set amount of time. It might feel weird at first, but you'll be amazed at how much you can get done. Remember, you are stronger than these dragons. You have the power to set your own pace and create an environment where you can truly focus and succeed. Now let's talk about one of the most underrated secrets to success: doing absolutely nothing. That's right. Rest, relaxation, and entertainment are not lazy choices. They are strategic moves. Think of your brain like a smartphone. If you use it all day without plugging it in, the battery will eventually die. Studying hard is like running a bunch of powerful apps. It uses a lot of energy. Rest is how you recharge your brain's battery. Without it, your ability to learn, focus, and remember information drops dramatically. You need to power down to power up. Entertainment and fun are not just about avoiding boredom, they are vital for a healthy mind. When you laugh with friends, get lost in a good movie, or play a sport you love, your brain releases chemicals like dopamine and endorphins. These are the feel-good chemicals that reduce stress and improve your mood. A happy, relaxed brain is a much better learner than a stressed, overworked one. Taking breaks for fun isn't a waste of time. It's an investment in your mental health and your academic performance. It helps you return to your studies feeling refreshed, positive, and ready to tackle challenges. But be careful. There's a big difference between restorative rest and mindless distraction. Too much entertainment, especially the passive kind like endlessly scrolling through social media, can actually drain your energy instead of restoring it. It can leave you feeling tired, unfocused, and even a little empty. The key is to choose your fun wisely. Engage in hobbies that make you feel genuinely good and energized. This could be anything from drawing or playing music to going for a bike ride or playing a board game with your family. Be intentional about your downtime. Parents and teachers play a huge role here. They can help by recognizing that a student's life shouldn't be all work and no play. They can encourage healthy breaks and support hobbies outside of school. Instead of asking only about grades, they can ask what you did for fun today. They can help you build a schedule that values rest as much as it values work. This creates a supportive environment where you learn that taking care of your well-being is a core part of being a successful and productive person. A balanced life is a team effort. So, how do we put all of this together in real life? The answer is by creating a simple, balanced routine. A routine isn't a prison, it's a framework that gives you freedom. It helps you make sure that both your responsibilities and your joys get the time they deserve. Let's create a simple example. Imagine your school day ends at 3 p.m. Your routine could look something like this. First, from 3 to 4 p.m., you take a full hour to decompress. No homework, no chores, just relax. Have a snack, listen to music, or chat with friends. This is your recharge time. Next, from 4 to 6 p.m., you can schedule your focus block. This is your dedicated time for homework and studying. Put your phone away, find a quiet spot, and dive in. Because you're already rested from your break, you'll find it much easier to concentrate. You can use techniques like the Pomodoro method, studying for 25 minutes, then taking a 5-minute break to stay sharp. 2 hours of focused work is often more effective than 4 hours of distracted, half-hearted effort. After this block, you can pack your bag for the next day and feel a great sense of accomplishment. Now comes the best part. After 6 p.m., your time is your own. This is when you schedule your fun. Have dinner with your family, watch your favorite show, play video games, or work on a personal hobby. This guilt-free entertainment is your reward for the hard work you put in earlier. Knowing you have this time to look forward to can be a powerful motivator to stay on task during your focus block. It's also important to have a set time to wind down before bed, perhaps by reading a book, just for fun, to ensure you get enough sleep. Remember, entertainment can also be a form of learning. Watching a documentary can teach you about nature or history. Playing a strategy game can sharpen your problem-solving skills. Listening to a podcast can introduce you to new ideas. Look for fun activities that also feed your mind. The ultimate goal is to live a life that feels both productive and joyful. By balancing your books and your fun, you're not just setting yourself up for good grades. You're learning how to live a happy, healthy, and meaningful life. That is the true secret to success.